this AI system automatically found a video with 10.5 million views. And it does this for any niche every single day and on complete autopilot. This system scans TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts and Longs, basically the entire internet, to find what's working and to give you hundreds of proven content ideas. And if you stick around, I'll even show you how you can monetize this skill and where you can find clients. And this is a profile that it found. Here's the 10.5 million view video. And honestly, this is one of the worst fitness related profiles that I've seen on TikTok, but they're absolutely crushing it. They've got almost 8 million followers, 1.4 million likes, and they're doing millions on their videos. And this is something that you can easily replicate. But remember, I found this on complete autopilot. And here's what the content looks like. So this is for TikTok, but I also have Instagram, YouTube Shorts, YouTube Long, X, Twitter, and Reddit. For the TikTok example, I've got the search query, the caption, the post URL, likes, bookmarks, and the views. And I've even extracted the music or song title, because if the music or the song is making the video go viral, I want to know exactly what it is. And this is a great way for you to find content. You can easily rewrite the captions, you can get AI to do that for you, and you can automate the entire process. You can re-record the content inside of the videos, or do something similar if it's like cartoony based on the example that I showed you. And literally the sky's the limit. And it's all powered by this end-to-end automation. And the best part, you don't actually need to be a developer to build any of this, because I'm going to show you how to build the core in 5 minutes or less. And the secret behind this entire system is a tool called Apify. Think of it like a super powered data scraper that can pull information from almost anywhere online. And normally you'd have to figure out all these confusing settings by yourself. But this is where N8N makes it easy, because it has the special Apify node that simplifies everything. And here's a node that puts this entire system on complete autopilot. It's the on-form submission, and it asks for 3 major inputs: the search keyword, the number of results, and the platforms. And this one node lets us, or even our clients, run the entire system to find viral content without ever touching the complex backend. Okay, so let's do a test run. I'm gonna search for lose belly fat. I want 10 results, and I'm gonna select the TikTok platform. You can see that it's completed, and here's the output. There's a lot of incredible data here we can work with and really supercharge any content marketing strategy. So now that you know that the system works, let me show you how you can build this yourself. Like I said, the first node is the on-form submission, and you're only gonna need 3 variables, 3 inputs. Next, we're gonna build this first branch. This takes about 5 minutes, but honestly, you can replicate it for all the other platforms, and I'll show you exactly how. We need a filter. So this filter node will say that if the select your platform variable is set to TikTok, then filter the results through this branch, which is what's gonna happen here. We know it's TikTok, so now we can scrape TikTok. And for this, we're gonna use Apify to run an actor and get dataset items operation. And then for the actor, we're gonna use Clockwork's TikTok scraper. Stick around, I'll show you exactly how you can set this up. It's super easy. It doesn't look, I know it looks complicated, but it's really not that hard. And with all scrapers, we need to send a JSON payload back to Apify. So this is what the payload looks like. There's only 2 important fields here. The first is results per page, which is the results. So you just drag and drop that. And then next is search queries. So for this, it was lose belly fat. And you can see on the right hand side here, this is what it's gonna look like. And this is how we automate the entire process. And once it runs, you're gonna have an output that looks like this, which is very overwhelming. There's a lot of content here, which is why I've added the next node, which is the set fields or edit fields node. And we're gonna use this to extract TikTok data. So for this example, I've extracted the search query, the caption, the post URL, likes, bookmarks, views, and music. I mean, there's a ton of data here that if you wanna extract, by all means, go ahead. You just gotta create a new variable for it and then just drag it over here. Once it runs, you'll have an output like this. And we've got 10 items because I asked it to scrape 10 results. And then now that we have that, we can then save it onto our Google Sheet. So this is what my Google Sheet looks like. It's called the Ultimate Content Scraper. The tab or sheet is gonna be TikTok. And that's important because we've got multiple platforms. We're gonna map the columns manually and we're gonna do it on search query. So we just drag and drop this. So for search query, we're just gonna drag and drop this here. For caption, we're gonna drag and drop this here. Post URL here, and so on and so forth. Just make sure all the fields are mapped. When it runs, you'll have an output like this. But more importantly, you're gonna see it on your Google Sheets. And you've got tabs here. So you can see I've created one for Instagram, YouTube Shorts, YouTube Long, X, Twitter, and Reddit. And it's exactly the same process. And so now that you've done the first branch, you can literally just copy this and duplicate it. This time we're gonna do it for Instagram. So for the filter, we're gonna change it to Instagram from TikTok. So now it will trigger this branch. We know it's Instagram, so now we can scrape Instagram. So for this actor, I'm using the Instagram hashtag scraper. And this is what the payload looks like. So if you head over to apify.com, this is my #1 platform for scraping. They have over 7,000 scrapers here, and you can scrape pretty much anything you want online. So this is the Instagram scraper that I'm using. It's by Apify, so you know it's reliable. It's only $2.30 for 1,000 results. And this is what you have for the inputs. So you can scrape hashtags, you can scrape search, reels, posts, you can do whatever you want. And then for the JSON payload, and this is the same for every scraper, you just click on the JSON tab here. And this is what we're gonna scrape, right, for the payload. And you just paste that here. So for this is stories. You can change it to posts. You just put posts in here. And we only need 2 fields, right? So for hashtags, we're gonna have the search term. And for the results, we're gonna have the number of search results. And then everything else is exactly the same. So now we're gonna extract data using the set fields node. And so for this, I've done search query, caption, profile, likes, views, comments, etc. And this is what it looks like. So more or less the same as the TikTok one. It's got the caption, the post URL, the likes, views, comments, etc. And again, it's very easy to identify content that's going viral and content that you can replicate, because you can rewrite the captions, you can re-record the content or recreate the posts. And then you do the same again for shorts. So this time I've used streamers, YouTube scraper for shorts and long. It's the same scraper, exactly the same. Just remember to change the tab from shorts to long in the Google Sheets. And then for X, Twitter, I've got this one here. It's got a long name, so let me show you inside of Apify. And it's this one here. It's called Kato Easy API. It's only 25 cents for 1,000 tweets. And again, you just grab the JSON payload from here. And then the last last one is Reddit. So this one is Crawler Bros, Reddit scraper. This one's quite straightforward. There's not much in here. You just need this basic JSON payload. And all we're going to need is for the subreddits, we're just going to use a search keyword. Remember to extract the data that you want and then save it in the Reddit tab on the Google Sheets. And there you have it. That's the entire system in a nutshell. Looks complicated, but it's really not. So you have unlimited viral content on any platform, but how can you monetize this and find clients willing to pay for it? Well, let me show you. Head over to my favorite platform, which is Upwork.com. This is a freelancer platform and clients are willing to spend good money for skills just like this. So I've done a search for social media scraping, and this job here piqued my interest because they want a social media scraping expert for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, which is literally everything that I've shown you inside of this automation. You can actually replace Reddit with LinkedIn because Apify does have plenty of LinkedIn scrapers. And if I click inside of the job brief, it's more or less everything that they require has been covered by this automation. And honestly, this is a great client because they've spent over $10,000 on Upwork. They're from Australia. They've got 5 stars. It ticks all the boxes. And there's many examples like this on Upwork. Imagine you're a marketing agency. You can send an e-commerce brand a free report that shows them the top 10 viral videos in their niche or whatever product they're selling. And that's not just a cold email. That is a value-packed lead magnet that gets your foot in the door and makes them want to talk to you because this information is now an asset. So we've just gone from a blank canvas to a fully automated viral idea machine. And if you were to grab this entire blueprint, click on the link in the description, follow the on-screen instructions, and sign up for my online community. I have people who want to escape their 9 to 5, others who just want an AI side hustle, and some students who just want an introduction into AI. I've got everything covered, including automations like this. So sign up and I'll see you on the inside. And if you love this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, turn the notifications on so you see when the next video drops, and I'll see you next time. Take care.